I currently bank with Commerce Bank, and it's a local bank in the St. Louis area.
Commerce Bank here in St. Louis, Missouri.
I bank at Bank of America.
UMB Bank, it's a regional bank.
I bank at US Bank.
Right now I'm banking with the St. Louis Community Credit Union.
I'm with Commerce. I think it's a regional bank.
I've been with Commerce Bank for 10 years.
It was a bank located centrally in the area where I could get to easily.
I'm with Bank of America because I travel a lot and I need lots of different locations.
Probably been with them over 10 years. I like them because they're regional, they're small, they got a lot of locations.
I went from a small bank up to a big bank by default, by them getting bought out.
My father had an account with them when I was young.
I don't know if there's anything I particularly like about it other than it's convenient and I have no reason to dislike it.
Not very pleased with them at the time.
They charge too many fees. I have found out that most credit unions are better to bank with than most banks because of the fees.
I don't really think about it that much actually, which I think is a good thing because I'm not getting bugged all the time or I'm not getting bogged down with fees or anything. So I have no complaints about it.
I know the people at my bank. I like that kind of feel when you walk in that they know who you are.
I actually like US Bank pretty well. What I really dig is their overdraft protection. That's a huge feature of why I wouldn't, why I haven't even looked for even another bank.
I do have some monthly fees with my bank account for checking, and I know I have to pay for checks, but they do come directly out of my account, and I don't think they cost very much, so I don't really pay attention to them.
As long as you abide by their guidelines, we very seldom pay any fees.
I don't pay any fees on my checking or savings accounts.
I know that if I don't cover an overdraft balance in 24 hours of a business day, I get charged $5, which to me is acceptable.
The checking program that I've got doesn't have any fees.
Using the debit card is just simply a function of convenience. If it's available to use, I'll more often than not use it.
My Commerce Bank debit card is my lifeline. I very seldom carry cash. I use it for most purchases.
I pay my bills online with it. I use it for going out to dinner or any consumer purchases that I make. Actually, I use it for everything.
My debit card I use paying bills. I use it online, making purchases. Use it just on a daily basis, basically.
I use my debit card for basically instead of cash a good amount of the time.
I use my debit card for a mixture of everything. Personal purchases, gas, food, bills.
If there was an incentive program associated with the debit card, it would encourage me to use it more frequently.
I would use my card more than I do, which is a lot if I had some kind of cash back or reward system in place.
I use my debit card a lot, and I think that would behoove me more than just, interest on it. It would definitely sway me to use it more.
I would prefer to see more of a cashback allowance system rather than a point system. Honestly, if it was a point system, I don't know that I would ever follow through to receive some type of a free gift. But knowing that the cash system was going back into my account, that would be a huge incentive.
Yeah, I would be interested in checking that out.
I think it'd be fantastic to get cash back every time I use my debit card. In today's world, I think they should give some sort of bonus like that. They're basically fighting for me to put their money in there, is what I'd like to see. So I'd love to get cash back on things.
A cash reward would be just fine.
I would consider any bank as an alternative if there were certain rewards or incentives that made it more attractive than my current bank.
That would definitely tempt me to move to a different bank.
It would be something to think about, yeah.
I would definitely consider switching if they had comparable services to US Bank.
If there was You know, some companies or some banks with some better options and better perks, I'd consider it, sure.
If it was going to give me $50 at the end of the year, sure, that would be an incentive to switch banks.